This story, which is floating around about Pegasus, is a fake story. The fact is also that Amnesty has denied that list which is circulating is not an actual list, and it's only indicative of something. So basically, there are two services which are available in public domain, that is HLR services and VLR services. That is means home location registry or visitors location registry. Now pick up a yellow page. You will all remember that there used to be a directory system. BSNL used to have its own directory. There are so many other directories, yellow pages also. And from yellow pages to yellow journalism is what we have seen in this entire story. Some list is crafted, created, circulated, and the story goes around a fake list. 10 countries have been named, that 10 countries this spyware is used. Now I do not know which spyware is used, but if those spyware is used by 10 countries, have the other countries' opposition behaved and reacted the way our opposition has? This is not a story, this is a non-starter across the globe, because based on concocted, fabricated, evidence-less story, nobody does story, because that story itself calls for forgery and defamation. Leaked data is an offense. And that leads to further complications for people who base their stories on leaked data. It only happens in India. I am really shocked and surprised the way mythical characters like Darth Vader or Voldemort are created in Harry Potter. Similar conduct is being indulged in by the opposition in the parliament. Whenever something right and good is supposed to happen to the country through welfare schemes, new laws, this kind of conduct is indulged in. And yes, you must understand the chronology. The chronology is, there is something like Data Protection Act, a joint parliamentary committee, which I was chairing and was assigned, a task assigned to me by the Honorable Speaker. All the members of opposition worked on it in a most transparent manner. The report was ready, but the whole country was moving from one crisis to the other, especially in view of Corona, then elections, then parliamentary session, then reshuffle. All those things led to that report is not brought before the parliament for adoption. But that report is submitted to the speaker. And data protection is going to become the law of the land. And this is directly connected with that. This is to undermine the Indian institutions, that these kind of stories are floated. This is to desensitize public on the credibility of the structures when rights of Indians and democratic structure is involved, and to malign the image of country that these acts are depended upon by the opposition. And that's why I say that these people are people who will do anything to fake the story, fake the narrative. NSO, the company which builds the spyware, has denied that this is not a list of their customer and has no corroborative evidence of any connection between the list which is in circulation or their customers. Amnesty International has denied about this list, and yet opposition has continued to disrupt the house on a fake list. And if you recall, on WhatsApp also, they had brought this story earlier about a spyware. The matter went to Supreme Court and matter was decided against that fake narrative. Repeatedly, these kinds of narratives are built only to damage the reputation of India, so that the new ecosystem which government is trying to create to secure the data of Indians, to secure and build an ecosystem which is protective of Indian data and Indian the rights of Indian people. To damage all that, these kind of things are created, in addition to the fact that Parliament is in session, several new laws are likely to be brought in. Any decent debate on corona crisis management will show the previous governments in very poor light and existing opposition state governments in very poor light. To avert all the arguments in favor of the government, this particular story, the fake story, is being depended upon.